and I have a lovely lady with me. Her name is Asha Agard, and she can do things that I just dream about. And I don't know if the guys can get a close-up of this lovely cake on the table. We're going to be sharing also some images of some of Asha's work with you, but I thought, hey, it'd be only suitable if she can bring a cake so we can share it today on the program. But Asha, welcome to Chit Chat.
Thank you, Alexa.
This is not your first time on the show, is it?
Not.
Because I believe a few years back you were here to chat about your connection with the wedding show at the Flamboyant Hotel.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back.
And thank you. It's great being here.
Yes, good to have you. Good to have you. Asha, first off, you bake.
I do.
And you also do the decorating.
I do the decorating as well. So I bake and I do decorate, and I specialize in these beautiful flowers. They're all edible. They're made with gum paste. So they accentuate any cake and just make it look fabulous.
I know. How long have you been baking, Asha?
Well, I really started baking around 2007, but my passion for baking started way before that. Most people wouldn't know, but I was kicked out of my home ec class in high school. I couldn't bake, I couldn't cook, I couldn't do anything. So that motivated me to want to learn to cook, want to learn to bake. I'm sure they got kept on, but I was that bad. I couldn't do anything. So after that, I started asking my parents, asking my mom if I can help her do different things, if I can do Sunday lunch. So that's when it all started, and then the baking started after that. But then around 2007, I did a decorating course and cake baking and decorating while living in Barbados. That's when it started.
Well, you're talking about you got kicked out of home ec and all of that, our alma mater girl AHS. But look at you now.
Yes, that's
look at you now. Now, I don't know. I know you've done so much work over the past, How did people find out about you? Because you get called. We're looking at some of the images of some of your work.
Yes.
Now I know you get called for weddings, but tell me a little bit about the occasions that you prepare cakes for.
Okay. Well, I basically prepare cakes for weddings as well as birthdays. I do a few character cakes for the children, but my main specialty are the wedding cakes. Yeah. They're just amazing. Everyone loves the sugar flowers. And that's my main focus now, the weddings and birthdays on the side. And if there's a special occasion thrown in, and someone has, an out-of-the-box idea, I'll try to fit them in as well.
Girl, you're so good. Look,
I'm
looking at you saying, well, look at this one. Teacher, mother, wife, friend. A+.
Oh, yes, she got an A+.
Fantastic. You just got thumbs up from my cameraman, Levi.
Oh, he likes it.
Yeah, he likes that's a really cool Now, something like this, Asha, would this be the concept of your client, or did you come up with this?
This would be my concept. They tell me what they want. Right. Sometimes we talk and they give me an idea, but they're not really sure how to translate it on the cake. Yeah. So then I would sit down and say, okay, well, if I do it this way, for this cake that we just saw, I was like, she was a teacher, so I'll do the lines and I'll put the check marks,
That's really cool.
And they absolutely loved it.
That was
so
really
most times
cool.
We sit down, we discuss, and then, we come up with something.
Yeah.
Yes.
How long does the process of preparing how do you call them again? Sugar flowers?
They're gum paste flowers. Yes,
How long does it take to prepare? For instance, let's say this one right here, the pink.
This one is an orchid. It's a Cattleya orchid. This took me a couple hours. Yes, because firstly you have to cut them out. You have cutters for all the petals, and so you cut them out. Then you have to dust them after they dry. Put the edible colors on them, the edible dusting colors. Then you have to assemble. That's the tricky part because they're so fragile. They're easy to break. So there are times when they do fall apart. So you need to do a little extra. You need to have the extra patience. This took me, let's say, about 2 hours for one flower.
Really?
Yes. The smaller ones, they're quicker, but these, they take extra care, extra attention.
I can imagine.
So yes, it's a little.
I'm looking at the detail on this one right here.
You like that one?
Is that That can be eaten as well?
This is not edible.
That's what I'm wondering.
No, these are supples that you buy. They sell them separately in craft shops, and you buy them and you stick them on. Some of them could be made, but because they're so small, they're so easy to break. So sometimes you just add in a little extra.
You put a little extra something. And have you ever had, like a last minute request? Oh my goodness, it's my birthday, it's my wife's birthday or something, and I need something. You ever been put under pressure like that?
I have been put under pressure like that, and yes, some people call and you don't want to tell them no. You need the business. Things are really hard these days, so you don't want to turn down anyone. And so there have been instances where I had to rush and try to get it to them, try to come up with an idea, running to the supermarket to get ingredients. They're out of ingredients, calling around. It happens, sometimes. There was recently, most supermarkets were out of the icing sugar that I use. So I had to be calling, actually asking friends, asking around, do you know anyone who may have this?
Oh my goodness.
So it happens.
What's the most challenging cake you ever made? Well, in terms of from scratch to finish.
I think the most challenging cake was one with a lot of piping detail. So in my head, because I'm accustomed to this, I said, okay, I should be done with this in about 4 hours because there were 5 cakes. So, I could time myself. But when I started, I realized that it was very intricate detail work, similar to this, but much smaller.
Right.
So I started and I took an hour on each cake. And I was running behind time, and I started panicking because it was for a wedding. But then I wanted to be perfect. I don't want to do it halfway. This is what they wanted. But that was really, really challenging. Trying to finish that cake on time and everything.
How can folks get in touch with you, Asha? They're looking at this and they're like, wow, I need to get in touch with this young lady.
Well, they can contact me on my email. It's choco.spice, CHOCO.spice, SPICE @hotmail. And I also have cakes up on Facebook. They can send me a message. My name Asha Agard. They can also go on to my creations page on Facebook. I have all my cakes up. And they can send me a message. And my landline is 443-1040. And my cell phone I'm giving it out for the grenade.
Yes, please do.
It's 417-1499. 417-1499.
I really like this one. Oh, look at this.
Yes, that's beautiful. Oh. It was a beachscape. It's a seascape. So they wanted the shells and, everything else.
Oh, that's so
And these are lilies. My friends, sometimes they say, Asha, these colors are crazy.
Yeah.
And I say, we live in the Caribbean. It's tropical.
Yes,
why would you want to go all, if whatever the people ask for, I try to give them. If they tell me they want pink and orange, I'm going to give them pink and orange. Because that's what it's all about, pleasing the clients.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now tell me a little bit about this cake in front of me, because I think the entire crew wants to know, when we do get that knife after the camera is turned off, what we're gonna have under all that nice icing.
Well, the cake is covered in fondant. It's not the typical royal icing. It's a bit, what should I say? It's not as
sweet.
It's not as sweet, first of all. And I love working with it because it gives the perfect finish. You see how wonderful
it's really
it looks.
Flawless, very smooth.
So it's not as sweet. It's not the buttercream. It's not soft either. So it's a bit harder. When it sets, it gets a bit harder than the regular icing. But then if you want that beautiful finish, then it's the perfect thing to use. So this cake, I did it, similar to how I'll do wedding cakes. I put the, reverse scroll borders on it. They're very elegant, and it suits weddings. So this would be something I'll do in a typical wedding cake, but I definitely go out of the box for some of the wedding cakes. And then the cake itself is an orange cake. So you put a little orange juice and you grate a little orange zest into the mixture. It's basic but very tasty. So I did that because I wasn't too sure, what everyone likes, and I want everyone to enjoy it after. So I said, okay, I'll do an orange cake. Most people will love plain or, just a little hint
special.
of something.
You know, you're just treating us so nice today. You know?
Oh, definitely.
Guys, y'all owe me.
Here.
Y'all owe me, okay? Because, you know, I could just take the box
You
and
can
just
charge if you want to.
I know, right? I know, but this is fantastic.
Yes, thank you,
This is really good work, Asha.
Thank you.
I mean, I know you do things based on word of mouth. Now people are gonna find you. They're gonna, you know, they're gonna want to find out more about your
I did get
business and that stuff.
exposure after the wedding show, definitely.
Yes.
Because a lot of people were there, and I had cards at the moment. I gave them out, and people contacted me, you know, and that's where it all started. I could say.
Sorry, you ever thought of maybe doing sessions? Classes?
I thought about it. Now that I have a lot of free time on my hands, because I just finished school, I just graduated, I could think about it. Someone did ask me.
Yeah.
But I recently heard there was another person from Barbados that came down to do that course as well. So I think she beat me to it.
She beat you to it, but that's okay. I'm sure there are lots of folks out there who she's probably missed, and you know.
Quite a couple of people have asked, you know, so it's something to think about.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely. Yes. So just remind our viewers again how they can find you. Your Facebook address.
My Facebook is the page. You just go on to Facebook. My name is Asha, Asher, Agard, and the album with all my pictures is called My Creations. So you go on there and you just look at the album. Everything is there for you to see. And you can send me a message. Anyone can message me. My phone number is 417-1499. And the email again, choco.spice@hotmail.com. All in lowercase. Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, tell you what, Asha, because we have a little time left.
Yes.
I think we should take a break, and I think we should call our good girlfriend out there, Miss Marcy. I hope Miss Marcy is there, and I think we should bring a knife so I could just taste it and make sure everything's okay before everybody else gets to taste it, right?
And let everyone know how it is.
Definitely, and you know, I'm gonna enjoy this, right?
Yeah, definitely, you would. It's a cake that everyone likes. So.
Lovely.
Yes.
I could hardly wait. So, folks, I've just been chatting with Asha Agard. Of course, she is she bakes cakes, she decorates it. You can get in touch with her. She has some really fantastic work online. My goodness, tasty, delicious cakes made just for you and for your special occasion by Asha. So, we have a slice. I'm looking at a slice there that it just has my name written all over it, Asha.
Yes.
So we're gonna put it on this bit of napkin here.
Dig in.
Oh gosh, look at that. I'm just gonna take a little bit here. I'll do the stuffing of the face, you know, after. But I'm gonna do this quite daintily now, so I don't look so. You know what I mean, Roger? All right. So here we go. This is really good. This is good. Now, you prepared this especially for Chit Chat.
I did. Just for you guys.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Charlotte. Oh yeah, did I hear milk? Oh yeah, bring it on. This is really good.
Okay.
Tell me about this cake. How long did it take you to bake this cake?
Baking is really easy. I don't take long to bake. Baking, you know, you just maybe half hour, you know, to whip everything together, put it in the oven. And then the baking takes maybe 35, 45 minutes. Cooling.
You can tell I don't bake, right?
You have to let it cool, because if you cover it hot, then everything is going to fall apart, melt off. So then give it like 2 hours to cool, and then take it out, and then you cover.
Now, a lady who specializes in all this good stuff, and for someone who don't specialize in it like me, what would one of your key tips be for persons who, you know, want to have the perfect cake, have it moist and subtle and that sort of thing?
What I would say is always have all your ingredients at room temperature. If you do not have your eggs and your butter, and some cakes use liquid, some people may use milk, you know, buttermilk and so on. Everything has to be room temperature. If it's not, then you end up with cake that's not the right texture.
Yeah.
Yes. And you may have curdling. That's when you're beating your sugar and your butter, and you're adding your eggs. it doesn't quite gel together because something might be too cold. So that is what I'm going to say. Make sure you have everything at room temperature. Right. And if you're not one of those people who could just wing it, like my mom, she will just bake a cake without looking at a recipe book. Yeah. I've been doing this for a while, but I always want everything to come out perfect. So I'll have my book on the side, or I'll just have a look at it, and just to make sure, especially when you're doing large orders, you want to make sure everything is precise. Right. My mom does not use, she would not use a book or anything. Her cake is perfect as well. Sounds like, and I don't know how she does that, but she does it all the time. But for people who are not that good, you know, follow your recipe, make sure everything is room temperature. Always preheat your oven. Don't forget that. You can't put the cake into a cold oven and expect to get, you know, a good result. So always have your oven up to temperature. If it's 350, you preheat at 350, you know, lower, whatever it is. And then you put your cake in and you get a perfect cake.
Well, Asha, you know what?
Anyone can do this, Lexa.
Of course I can, but you know, it's always nice to eat it when it's done. But Asha, I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for treating all of us here at CC6 with this tasty cake. Guys, it tastes really good. I can have a nice cup of tea with this right now. And you know what you should do? You should go back to AHS home ec class and say, look at me now.
I should. I wasn't going to call the name of the school, but it just popped out.
Oh yeah, it popped out, but that's okay. That's okay.
It just popped out.
They're going to love it all the same. But thanks again. Have a fabulous weekend.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome.
It was wonderful.